Happy Black History Month, people of the Cathedral Church of the Nativity. I'm Canon Dale Granfield, and this month I would like to highlight in a video series, some of the stories and some of the realities of Black history that are both part of our narrative here at the Cathedral Church of the Nativity, as well as part of our current situation as a people of faith. So today I'd like to tell a little bit about the story of one of our saints of many years past, one of those who was here and part of the cathedral very early on in its founding, and that was Hiram Bradley. Hiram had been born in the 1820s in Powhatan County, Virginia, and he was born enslaved to a family named the Jeters. It so happened that Tinsley Jeter, son of John, who was the owner of the plantation, ended up studying up north and settling, marrying into a family of Philadelphia, and settling here in Bethlehem as one of the early industrialists, one of those in that circle in Fountain Hill, like the Sayers and the Lindermans and the Jeters. Hiram actually ended up coming along and gaining his freedom, giving his freedom from his enslavement, and settling here as well as one of the first people of African descent here in Bethlehem, certainly the first free Black person here in Bethlehem. Served his life working at the Jeter household here in Fountain Hill, and ended up owning property. He had a house with his family that he settled here on Southside Bethlehem. There is a street named after Hiram Bradley just off of 5 Points intersection, Bradley Street. And what's so interesting in our intersection of Black history and the Cathedral Church of the Nativity is that Hiram was one of the early members of the cathedral community of the faithful. Hiram and his wife Emma and their children. It so happens, my friends, I'm sitting here in front of the baptismal font because the first, if you'll remember the story, the first person baptized in the newly finished Church of the Nativity in 1865 was a Sayer. Ruth May Sayer was the first person baptized in the newly built and consecrated Church of the Nativity. But what's interesting in this case is that the fourth and the fifth people baptized in our church, in our history, were Bradley children. Here we have the original, the first parish register. As you will know, Episcopalians are great record keepers. And here we have in the list of first families, those who were really founding families of the Church of the Nativity, South Bethlehem, we have the Bradleys, Hiram Bradley, Emma Welsh Bradley, Alfred Tinsley, Mary Jeter, Harry Richards, and Hiram Jr. And you'll notice also, of course, that they are listed here as colored. And they are listed with Hiram's death date, 1881, and the dates of their baptisms here at the Cathedral Church of the Nativity. And then if we flip to the register of baptisms in this place, we can see that they were baptizing here for quite a while before the building was built, but the first baptism in 1865, in April 23rd, which was in the church, was Ruth May Sayer. But then 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have here on June 29th, 1865, Alfred Tinsley Bradley and Mary Jeter Bradley, children of Mr. and Mrs. Hiram Bradley. The parents and Eliphalet Knott Potter, who was the priest at that time, were the sponsors of these baptisms early on, 1865. Think of what was going on in our nation, in the world at that time. There they are among the communion of saints of this place. And what was particularly interesting about the Bradleys was that Hiram married a white woman. They were an interracial couple in a time when that was, as you can imagine, not much done. So Hiram, Emma, his wife, who would go on later after Hiram died in 1881 to be one of the founding members of St. John AME Zion Church up in Fountain Hill, and their children, who were part of this community of faith, this place, knit into the fabric just in the same ways as our founders, the Sayers and the Jeters and the Lindermans, the Bradleys and the Lees and the de Courlanders are part of our history as well, and we celebrate them and we name them and we remember them this Black History Month. Thank you for watching. Happy Black History Month. I look forward to you seeing this video and the videos that are to come this month about our history, videos from the Episcopal Diocese of Bethlehem talking about the stories of our people, and other offerings. Keep an eye out. I will see you soon. Blessings.